Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 5th grade concept of comparing and ordering decimals. This is standard 5.2b in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 30 off the 2018 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So Elias has got 3 containers of cooking oil, and we have container X, container Y, container Z. We need to put them in order from least to greatest. So I notice that we have some decimals going 3 places over, and we've got one only going 2 places over from the decimal point. So let's get our place value chart working. Looks like we've only got one point to the left, placed to the left of the decimal. We have up to 3 afterwards. So this decimal point is going to be our anchor. No matter how many points or how many places you have to the left or the right of the decimal, look for that decimal point. Immediately to the left, you're going to find the ones place. Immediately to the right, you're going to find the tenths place. So you can just start building out from there. Tenths. So think of tens, right, with just a th at the end, THS. Then after the tens comes the hundreds, so after the tenths comes the hundredths, THS. And after the hundreds comes the thousands, so after the hundredths comes the thousandths. Obviously our pattern here is that all the decimal places have THS at the end. So let's start putting our numbers underneath here. We've got 0.946. So we're going to read this 946, and then you say the place value name, thousandths. So that's 946 thousandths. You don't really have to say 0 point or 0 and. You can just say 946 thousandths. You have to say the ones place if it's something other than 0. All right, so next we have 0.502. If we wanted to correctly say it, we would say 502 thousandths. We don't say 502. We actually use and as a way to kind of show that we are getting into decimals. So 502 thousandths. And then finally we have 1.42. All right, so I'm going to say 1 and 42, and then my place value name, hundredths. 1 and 42 hundredths. Now I need to find these in order from least to greatest. So when we are looking at place value, what we are doing is we are always starting from the largest place value first. So in this case, it's our ones place. And I'm looking for the smallest number. I've got 001. So I'm going to have to decide between these two zeros, but actually I can go ahead and put I'm going to put my numbers right here. 1.42. I'm going to make a list here. We already know that's the largest one because that's the only one that has a 1 in the ones place. So since we're looking at these two now, these two numbers are the same, we always go over to the next place value. Now we're looking at the tenths place value. And so we're looking between a 5 and a 9. And it really doesn't matter what happens after that, because once you have a difference, and in this case we do have a difference, you kind of ignore everything to the right of that. And so we see that our 5 is definitely smaller than our 9. So, and if you wanted to look at this as a whole, right, 502 is a lot smaller than 946. So our 502 is going to be first. So 0.502, 0 and 502 thousandths is less than 946 thousandths, which is less than what we said, 1.42. Now, it's not given to us in that order. We got to put our numbers here. So 502 is Y, 946 is X, and then 142 is Z. So we need Y, X, Z. Our answer is G.